One, play. Welcome everybody, we're getting into a very fun game for you all. We're going to be spawning directly on top of ur.Taegeuk, who's going to be the orange Terran player in the top right, and his opponent is going to be none other than underrated gaming's Taegeuk, who is a really strong Zerg player. He's got the red Zerg in the bottom left. GSL Daybreak, actually, it's just Daybreak LE, it's going to be the map, as we do have just Vespene Geysers and the full base down there. The GSL version has one rich Vespene Geyser and only 6 patches, so we're just on Daybreak LE and good TVZ.
Yeah, phenomenal TVZ. This is actually Taegeuk's tryout. So this is probably a little bit ago. That's okay because it's going to be a lot of fun, and Taegeuk is a beast of a Zerg from what we've seen of him. And we've known ur.Taegeuk for a long time, haven't we, Xander?
Yeah, I'm trying to think when I actually started to be aware of him. That was almost, I think it might have been literally a year ago that he started getting on my radar.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal Terran. He's got a wide range too. He can cheese you one game and then just go super late game. I mean, like 5 base versus split map, just everything's mined out. You're throwing stones at each other because that's all you got left. I mean, pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, and so far just showing like he's probably an open reactor to Hellion, which is just so standard. Taegeuk, on the other hand, we just see him going to go play the standard as well, and he's going to go for his hatchery first. So standardness all around. We just got to see now if what Taegeuk's going to be doing, and just note like we are back to the old overlords and the queen with 3 range in this game, but I think this happened literally right before that patch kicked in, so it's still not old.
It's just very current.
Yeah, it's still pretty current. The metagame hasn't changed really at all, and things are looking solid.
Yep, very much so. I mean, it's still that good old slow OV that puts himself across the map, but you know what? He gets there, he's going to get a scout out, and probably die in the process. Good old second Yobi.
Yep, it's so standard. And
it is.
Apparently, Taegeuk might be lagging. That would suck. Not really. Alright, cool. So it looks like there are no issues there. I mean, it's kind of great that we're in replay, so we don't have to worry about lag and all that. There's just to be the whole lag about me recording and hand not recording, because Blizzard hasn't implemented the watching the replays at the same time yet.
But they will be.
Yes, I can't wait. I'm so pumped for that. It's going to make my life so much easier.
And look at the bunker going up.
Oh.
The back of Taegeuk's base. Now, ur.Taegeuk likes to feign this. He does have another SCV coming across with a Marine, so...
Yeah. And once this Taegeuk's got to actually see that the SCV is coming in there, it's going to have to really work on delaying this now, because all of a sudden this is going to be a very large threat. We have the Queens coming out, but this one Marine actually has already gotten a drone kill. That means it's paid for itself, and now we're going to have the bunker gun up, and another drone is going to go down, and we see ur.Taegeuk with a really smart move to bring that Marine out just to make sure...
And just get that kill.
Yeah, and now Spine Crawls and Force, we have another Marine coming in, and notice there's no more Marines. The barracks and the factory are really on their way, working on the reactor and everything else coming in. His cancellation now, more minerals lost by Taegeuk, and that is really unfortunate for him. He's completely been shut down on his natural expansion and all the mineral patches associated with it. But a few links, it's looking like he may go for his attack shortly, but his SCV is ready, it's on auto repair, and god, the damage ur.Taegeuk's managed to do with this early start.
But look at the Queens are tanking the damage.
Oh, they're actually not even getting attacked at all. It just looks like ur.Taegeuk is focusing down on the Zerglings right now, which is literally the best thing he can do. It's the guaranteed damage factor. He might be able to... Oh, he doesn't get to salvage the bunker in time, but that's still okay. He's definitely made this worth it. He's killed a couple drones. He's forced the spine car to be built. He's taken away so much mine time. His own expansion is now 3/4 of the way done, and we've got the Hellions on the map already. So just as the bunker gets destroyed, we've got the Hellions are going to be hitting natural expansion shortly, but that spine car is now just being relocated in Taegeuk to make sure he can make everything as useful as possible.
Well, yeah, I mean, with that spine crawler just being built early, now it can be used to defend those Hellions, which is exactly what Taegeuk wants.
Yes, exactly. The thing is, though, Taegeuk is actually a player that doesn't really like to build spine crawlers. He really likes to shy away from them and use units instead, because he doesn't like the immobility of the static defense.
No, very true. He does like to go his like roaches and get a lot of lings and take care of it. And if you look, Taegeuk just snuck a drone away.
Oh, he made us look at drone away, but you got Hellions going to be sneaking into the natural expansion, and they're actually doing a surprisingly little amount of damage. We see only a single Hellion is going to be there, and now you've got the Queens with their nice 3 range, doing a little bit of damage. But look at, wow, Taegeuk actually pulling off all of the drones. Looks like he wanted to get a full surround on this Hellion, but what it's basically doing right now is just scouting and see if there's going to be a weird early lair coming in. But the Queens are so close. Oh my god, and one more shot. A drone could kill us off, and the drone does not actually get the kill. The Queen actually gets the kill.
It came close to the drone. The drone was going to go give it a kiss, though.
Yeah, so just a nice, happy drone. But the Banshees are now on the way. Very strong follow-up that UR.Taegeuk is doing. Going for the Banshee play to do a little bit of harassment, but notice how he's not committing to it as well. The starport is going to be lifted off. We can have the factory go into the tech lab, and we can just go into normal, just tank marine to go ahead and start putting pressure on. But this Banshee is going to be a really, really important factor in this game. And it's actually geared for, takes down the link going to the watchtower. And it could easily see this third and start harassing that before the creep gets there for the Queens.
Now remember, I mean, this is going to throw Ewic off. Because Ewic's going to see this and go, oh, or not Ewic, but Taegeuk's going to be like, oh, Banshees, I need to get up, spores, which he's already got, and everything else. But look at the positioning of that Banshee.
Yeah, the thing is, though, UR.Taegeuk actually missed the opportunity to see this hatchery before it was already completed. But, oh, if he turns around, never mind. Oh, wait, yes, he'll still be able to do a little bit of damage to the Spore Crawler. But the Queen coming in is going to be more than enough to push back that Banshee as it has lost too much health for useful. But the Ling run by is actually the natural expansion, and Taegeuk's doing damage, and he's going to be able to get into the main base right now. Oh, never mind. There are too many Marines and tanks are there, so Taegeuk actually will not be able to do that. Not be able to do that much damage there.
And it looks like there was a pause during the game.
Yeah.
But with that, only Ewic lost or killed. He's killed 6. Only Taegeuk killed 2. At that point, workers. So did that Ling run by really do anything?
It took away a little bit of mining time. But it's also putting a little bit of just a mental threat to UR.Taegeuk. That's really valuable because now we're going to have a few buildings being morphed at the bottom, but actually they're all going to go straight forward, and they... What? That got canceled? Oh god. That is such a ridiculous move that UR.Taegeuk was able to cancel that, guys. Banlings deal 80 damage per shot against buildings, and that was more than enough to completely kill us, and that would have been a 400 mineral loss for UR.Taegeuk, but he makes it only a 100 mineral loss plus the SEV, and ends up taking down 6 Banlings plus Zerglings, and that's a beautiful trade for UR.Taegeuk.
That's a huge trade, actually. I mean, that's impressive. That just shows how quick UR.Taegeuk was. But if you notice, he is actually hunting right now. He's got a Viking on the field. And he's got a tack pass looking for Ovies.
Yep, he's going to find one just now outside of his own main base. So Taegeuk is going to have to be forced to use this as a little bit of a scout. He's going to be able to see an eBay, but that's basically it. The double eBay and the armory barely gets seen. So now he knows double upgrades. So that's actually literally the best possible scenario for that particular overlord, and it's guaranteed death. So that's a little good thing for him. But UR.Taegeuk's got a small little force of marines and tanks, but his marine control can be so scary that that small force is actually a good threat to Taegeuk.
We also got to remember the tank does have siege, so I mean, if it gets a decent siege point, I mean, the Marines could just kite right back to the tank.
True, true. And the big thing to note on that also is the fact that these Lings do not have the +1 carapace yet, so they will die to 1 siege shot from tank.
Ooh. Barbecued Lings, basically, or dead Lings. But look at the Banshee. Banshee's sitting with 10 kills right now.
Yeah. And the Spire is now halfway done. We got a couple of mutas on the way, and UR.Taegeuk is actually going to go for a drop into the main base in a moment. And he's going to really need to deal with this Spore Crawler, because if he moves too far forward with the medevac, he could just lose to the Spore Crawler. That's always embarrassing.
Yeah, he should drop in the corner, really.
Yep.
Like where that fan is, or the pseudo fan. You know, drop right there.
Alright.
Then he can actually get in, so...
Alright, so now Taegeuk's going to move around with his units, but oh, look at that. UR.Taegeuk sees it and moves his medevac just in time. He knows the army's obviously going to take advantage of this as much as he can, but he is going, okay, good. He does quickly see that Spore Crawler and then pulls back just in the nick of time, and he's not going to be able to kill off that one Muta. He's going to stim, run forward, try and control these Marines as best as he can. He knows he's going to die, so wait a second, he's going to pull back, and no, you can't do that in the face of a ton of Mutas. That's not a good fight for you. Yeah, that's a bad fight.
Yeah, Mutas equal death of Medevac really quick. But the good news is he does know there's Mutas on the field now.
And this patrol pattern
And
for
do you see how my Banelings are being morphed in? Or just morphed in?
There's a bunch of roly-polies. Holy God, my God, the roly-polies. So many Baneling
And he's
butts.
morphing more in.
Jesus, we have 10 more coming in, and there's so many already out. But this is the new way to go Baneling Muta Ling.
What, you mean go 2 Lings, 400 Banelings, and a handful of Muta?
Yeah, you put most of the gas towards the Banelings, and it gives you so much damage that you just continue rolling on in, and you have to decimate the entire army faster than the sea tank splash and the splitting of the Marines can actually happen. So then it doesn't matter what the Terran has, because you don't have to worry about the Mutas being terrible in their direct engagements, because you don't have that many. You force turrets, and it makes a cost of benefit trade go into your favor, and it costs the Terran more than the Zerg really has to invest in it. It makes it a perfect army composition at times.
I definitely do agree with you there, because DRG did that this weekend.
Yeah.
I did get to watch him do that, but we do have Hive underway, sir.
We do have Hive, but can we just take a look at the Banelings and their pulsating?
Dude, there's so many Banelings, and they're going after the 3rd.
Alright, now they're going to be streaming in. We've got so many units out in the field. We can see that those Marines are really going to be in the worst shape if they don't engage the wrong spot. But look at how many Banelings and Marines are just streaming forward. The command center will be saved, so that's a plus. The Mutas are actually taking a healthy amount of damage from the missile turrets. They've all got kills. 5 Mutas went down. But now we're going to see the Lings and the Banelings are going to be pushing forward. They're trying to get into natural expansion, but UR.Taegeuk is trading incredibly efficiently, landing in beautiful spots. But look at the amount of Banelings that Taegeuk has saved. He just lost mostly Lings in that battle.
Yeah, that's a lot of Banelings, but
wait,
remember, Banelings can't take out siege tanks quite handily, because, I mean, you got to kite back to the siege tank.
And, this orbital command is actually being forced to be repaired. It's actually got down to 100 minerals. What? The command center gets down to 100 health. That's what I was trying to say.
I knew what you're going for.
Yeah, clearly.
But look at you. Taegeuk's on a ton of bases. He's got 5 bases now.
But he hasn't mined from his 4th and his 5th at all yet. He's just now sending down his drones to his top left base.
Yep.
He's actually going to be getting more spine crawls than anything else there. We see just now the first couple of abilities are being thrown down. There is now quite literally 4 mining drones.
That's okay, though, because ur.ewic is known for his bio splits. So I'm really hoping we get to see some of that today.
We got the Greater Spire halfway done.